Game On Media is chatting to Phendulani Buthelezi, DHS's first team captain, played for KZN in the Craven week, and also represented SA schools in the U19 International Series that's just completed. Phendulani, thank you for joining us. How are you today?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you, Dan?
Can't complain, thank you. Let's get right into it. Durban High School has seen a resurgence in terms of their results. What would you attribute this to?
Now, look, I think this year we obviously worked very hard, and I think this year was just one of those years where everything came together. The boys were working really hard, but the coaches were coming up with good strategies, and I think the rugby program that we used this year was really one that worked for us, and I think I'm Mr. Matthew, I can get all the credit for that.
What result stands out for you from this season?
And for me, it would have to be the Glenwood results. You know, being 12-3 at halftime, then coming back to win the game 2017 is something that really means a lot to me.
Phendulani, how has the rugby program at DHS benefited you as a rugby player?
Yeah, no, I think it has certainly benefited me a lot, especially as far as my conditioning is concerned. I think the conditioning program that we have there is very good. We have a very good conditioning coach, and I think just the overall rugby programs. I mean, we also have personal sessions where you get to have a session just to improve your personal work-ons, and I think just the overall program has really helped me in terms of developing as a player.
Phendulani, you led KZN at the Under-18 Craven week earlier this year, where you played against the Under-18 Golden Lions in the unofficial final. Now, there are opinions that Craven week teams are selected biasly and that it is not always strength versus strength. What are your thoughts on this?
Now, look, I think as far as the selection is concerned, you know, I think the selectors that are given the task to pick a team have obviously been doing that for a number of years. And I think in most cases, the right guys are picked for the team. And I think people will always have something to say, you know. But I just think that the selectors always try their best. I mean, they're also not perfect. You can make a few mistakes every now and then. But I think it's just normally picking the best team, and that's what they think, and that's what they go do it.
No, definitely. And then talking about the actual opposition you guys played against at Craven Week, what are your thoughts? Is Craven Week still the pinnacle of schoolboy provincial rugby?
No, I'll personally say it is, although there are a few aspects of it where I think it's not where it should be. As far as the defense is concerned, because I'm pretty sure you also noticed, Dan, that most of the teams are conceding way too many tries. So I think from a defensive point of view, Craven is not where it should be, because most teams are basically focusing on attack. But I think the level of skill, the physicality, it's really, I would say, the pinnacle of South African schoolboy rugby.
Let's move on, Phendulani, to SA schools, and there is no doubt that SA schools, being selected for SA schools, is the highest schoolboy honor in the country. Talk us through the feeling of pulling on that jersey.
Yeah, look, it was a massive privilege for me, you know, because that's something I've always worked towards, especially in my high school career. I've been working towards that, you know, whenever you go for that extra gym session, or whenever you go for that extra training session to just get better, you always have that in the back of your head that one day, you know, somehow, somewhere, I get to wear that green blazer, and just being able to do that this year, especially that it was my last year in high school, was really a huge honor and privilege to me, and I'm just really grateful to the Lord for that.
As much as it's an honor to pull on the SA schools jersey, it also would have hurt you deeply as a player, considering the results that the team had this year. If you look back in history, SA schools has done really well. But if you look at the junior Springboks results, the Northern Hemisphere's teams are closing the gap at junior level, junior international level. And you would have seen it this year as well. 2 close losses to Wales and France, and then that runaway victory by England. What are your thoughts on this, and how would you go about rectifying it?
And look, obviously, we certainly did have a bad run this year, but I also think it's just the venue where the international series is played. Because Cape Town is quite a wet place. It's a rainy place, and then if you look at the SA Schools team, most of the people that were selected are people that love running with the ball. I mean, the team was dominated by the Sharks and Lions team. And if you look at both those teams, and the Sharks are a running team, Lions are a running team, and to take the series and have it at a place that doesn't really suit running rugby, I think played a huge role in terms of us being unsuccessful. Although that's not much of an excuse, I think also the preparation, we could have had more time to maybe prepare, because that's just not any tournament. It is an international series, and to have a couple of training sessions and then go play a test match was a bit of a big ask. But I think it was a huge learning curve for all of us as players. We had a good look at ourselves, noticed what we need to keep working on, and I think just overall, if maybe they could change the place of where the international series is played.
Definitely. Phendulani, as we end off, what are your rugby aspirations going forward? You are in your final year of school now, so what's next for Phendulani Buthelezi?
So next year, I've decided to sign with the Sharks, and I'm going to represent them at the under-19 Currie Cup. And then from there, it's just working up the ranks, playing under-21s, playing Senior Currie Cup, playing Super Rugby, and then eventually playing for the Springboks. So just from next year onwards, it's just working really hard towards that main goal of being a Springbok one day, because that's something that I really want.
Tell us, Phendulani, are we going to see you in the Varsity Cup? Are you planning to study?
Yes, I'm definitely planning to study, and I'm going to be studying through UKZN hopefully. So if all goes well and UKZN ends up making it to the Varsity Cup, then you'll see me playing in the Varsity Cup.
Phendulani, Gamma Media would like to take this opportunity to thank you for spending some time with us today.
It's not a problem.